All right, we can just jump right on in. But yes, hello. We're doing a draft today, and I have with me Kaz.
Hello, hello. Did you tweet?
I did not. I'll do that. This is usually I'm very on the ball on that one, but when it's not an
I did
automatic
have to
thing,
ask. I knew that we were talking about stuff, and I could not feel you typing something at that time, so you just flow from one into the next.
then we'll go ahead and yeah. I just decided let's rock because we were already doing talking about things that's like well we could just be talking about it while we're streaming too. Like about new cards, how basically the crux of it was Oath of Liliana actually is a good oath, and some cards are sorceries. And now you're caught up. All right.
Yep, that's it. That's all you missed.
So
You also, I guess, you also kind of missed that I don't know anything about Shards of Alara. I presume you want to pick like I don't know,
all
fixing.
right. So I guess let me give you the rundown on let me give you, and by extension the viewer, the rundown on Shards of Alara. Shards was the kind of like return to a multicolored set, like about 4 years out from Ravnica. 3 4 years? No, 3 years actually. Yeah, time spiral. Yeah. But the way they did multicolor in Shards was basically Shards of Alara is 5 sets that they just printed at the same time. Um, each of the three color combinations, the shards, as you will, represent a piece of the set and have some sort of internal mechanic that they like, that they work around, and then a bunch of cards that work with their mechanic. There's Naya, which is red, green, white, uh, which its mechanic is just 5 power. That's it. It doesn't get a real mechanic, it just gets the number 5. There's Jund, which is black, red, green, which is, mechanic is Devour, sacrificing creatures to make larger creatures. So sacrificing is one of their major themes. There's Grixis, blue, red, blue, black, red, which has Unearth, which I assume you're familiar with that mechanic, being as it's on an EDH general of yours, I can recall. Basically, it allows you to return a creature from play, from graveyard into play for 1 turn. There's Esper, white, blue, black, all about artifacts. That's their mechanic, is just artifacts. And then there's Bant, which is white, blue, green, which has Exalted, a mechanic that we've seen return before. If you attack with one creature, that creature gets +1/+1 from each source of Exalted, as well as a number of other abilities that don't say Exalted but are Exalted. So, yeah. And with all of that said,
Yeah. So are the 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 color combinations each like viable, or is there one that you want to get and then
my memory
that?
my memory of Limited is that they are all fairly viable. My memory of Limited also is that fixing doesn't exist, it is fake, and you're playing 3 colors anyway. So
Yeah. Okay.
let's just jump right on in. Yeah, that's my only real memory of this set, is that it's a set about being multicolor without any sort of fixing at all.
Game alert! Your game has started.
Okay. So, we have a lot of notable cards here. Goblin Assault, uh, which I remember when this card came out, a lot of people were saying it was like the red bitter blossom.
Hmm.
It ain't. that, that, that's all I
Yeah.
have
Okay.
on that. It's. I also remember myself seeing Goblin Assault and saying, "Why isn't this a tribal goblin?" But we have Algae Gariel, which is a very hard to deal with creature, which we've seen in formats
Mm.
currently. We have my favorite, the Pancake Flipper.
And right into the Rocks Warmonk, huh?
Yeah. Other big notable ones: Magma Spray. We have a lot of playables in here.
Yeah, all these cards basically do stuff.
Right. Court Archers is a powerful
I
exalted
don't know.
card.
Oh my god, Viashino's skeleton is real.
Yes.
That's very sad.
That is the worst card in the set. Luckily, I mean, if that's if you're gonna choose to
Sweet, 4 mana 2/1s with discard a card.
yeah, that is flat the worst card I can think of in this set.
Some kind of animal is at my feet.
Okay.
It's the dog. Hello, dog. Kiss of the Abisha is kind of cool.
Yeah, Kiss of the Amisha is
Do you want to drink some veins?
yeah, this has fight, red tap, fight, and then whenever it kills a creature, +1/+1.
That would straight put us in 5 colors.
If we were going to go into 5 colors, which I might want to, I'd pick the Crumbling Necropolis.
I mean, it can help you cast Rock's Warmonk.
Yes. Resounding Thunder is also a powerful card. This is part of a cycle. They all start with Resounding. And they do a thing, and you can cycle them for 8, and they do double the thing. So,
I frankly don't think that there's a good Bant pick.
yeah, like the best we really have would be the Sight-casted Sorcerer, or maybe Drum Hunter, though this is a...
Oh man, adds a diamond.
Immortal Coil!
Oh, I had an Immortal Coil deck for a while.
Okay, and now this is sort of more of what I expect to see out of these, where there's a number of powerful cards, things like Visara Dragger, things like Resounding Wave, things like Grixis Charm. I'm wondering if I might want to try just to freaking pile on the 5 color.
I like it.
Like, if I just...
Again, there's not like a great Bant pick here. Like, what, Resounding Wave and never cycle it, or Metallurgian and never actually do anything with it or include it in your deck.
Right. Again, we have a lot of really cool cards in this set, and then like all sets, we have our nice dregs, the Marble Chalice being probably the second worst card.
Or hell, maybe like Rock's Warmonk ends up not being real and we have a powerful Grixis deck.
Right. I also love Visara Dragger because it's cycling and then unearth, so it's like both this like secret damage, secret card advantage. There's a lot going on there. All right. This time around, we have, if we want a Bant pick, there's a pretty powerful one here in Resounding Silence, which has I like the art on this.
Oh yeah,
it's very reminiscent of AWOL, but more of a like, I don't know, realistic sort of thing. There's also one of the cooler 2-drops, the Knight of the Skyward Eye. A very powerful Root Walla. But, I mean, removal usually is going to trump.
Right, removal.
So, you'll see that they tried to kind of do some crossover in their mechanics. So, again, Naya's mechanic is 5 power, and Bant's mechanic is attacking with 1 creature. So, this is sort of trying to be on both sides. Like, you know, and seeing as
they have plenty of little bumper cards.
Yes. Okay. We have a... oh, man. Spell Snip. If Viashino Skeleton is the worst creature, this is the worst actual spell. Thought Cutter Agent. Mastodon is a good generic creature. The Obelisk of Jund could also just be fine, as far as like if we want to go into... This is what you have for fixing, by the way, is these 3 mana things that just tap for 3 different colors.
That may well be it.
Yeah. I think it's like that, or like the Mastodon, which is just like this generically playable...
No, it's so bland. I want the Obelisk.
Alright, let's continue to set ourselves up in the let's pick fixing and be able to pick the best available cards. Because if we're picking the best available cards, we can pick up things like Firefield Ogre. Also a very powerful Grixis card. 4 power, 1st strike for 4. And the Unearth ability to just come back from the grave for 1 final attack.
Invincible him, eh?
Beautiful. He ain't that invincible. I love this card because there was a time where I played Battle of Wits a lot. And let me tell you how fun it is to resolve this card when you're playing Battle of Wits. Like, your opponents are all like, he's going to cast Battle of Wits, and then I'll have my enchantment removal, and I can't lose. Yeah, Death Duelist is a cool one as well. This is a very good Exalted card. Got one Death Raiders, another Obelisk.
Another Obelisk.
Honestly, it could just be that we're like Grixis.
Well, that's the Obelisk or Grixis.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that. I get that they're like 2 mana and the 3/1, which is great.
But
I don't think they're like a powerful kind of thing. Like if we were just red black and had this consistent curve and all that, I would love them.
right, but like we're very likely not going to be that.
Right, we're probably not going to be consistent. So I want to be powerful.
Right, so let's try and pick ways to cast our spells and powerful spells. What? All right, there we go. This is a way to be consistent.
Yeah. No, cycling was like their secret fixing skill borrower. What?
It has the activated abilities of the top artifact or creature on top of your deck. People tried to do combos with this involving like, I think it involved like either Sensei's Divining Top or some other like. Yeah. Okay.
That sounds very bad and not good at all.
Yeah,
Ethereum Sculptor is better than that.
Yes, much better. What is the story of this set?
I'd rather have Squire. The story of the set is it's set in a place that was split into 5 things, where there's each thing is 1 central color and 2 allies.
Yeah.
And then Nicole Bolas cast a big magic spell that smashed them all into each other for no reason.
Because
and other things happened.
Because Nicol Bolas was mad that he wasn't immortal and all-powerful anymore, so he decided to blow up these 5 planes into one and steal all of their energy to become immortal and all-powerful again. Which worked, so... we can
Go,
pick up,
Nikki.
Plow Beast, pick up just Dreadscape Zombie, or like Call to Heal. Call to Heal's a really weird unsummon. Like, you want to use it as rescue, but it has the ability to not be used as rescue. I could just pick up another cycling card.
Sure. We'll cycle. Again, we want the big stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick up like Relic as well because, 1 cost and cycling.
Sure, the bad one. I like how we picked that over Onyx Goblet. Okay. I spoke too soon. We got the Onyx Goblet anyway.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, okay, like, the usual criticism that we have of dumb enchantments and artifacts is that they can't kill your opponent. Well, this one can. Right?
It's true.
Like,
that one can do it.
It's got to put it a cut above the 23rd card. Poor Dave. Wait, no, this is great for Dave.
It's great for Dave. This is introducing Dave. Yeah. No. This is absolutely. This is good. You can turn anything into a skeleton. Reveal the skeleton inside.
Me, Dave.
We have Blood Cultist as well, which is just a pinger. It gets bigger as it kills. Necrogenesis, an all-star in like Elder and such. Force Bowl of the Cut. So yeah, it could be like Skeletonize as far as like picking up a little more removal. There's not like any huge fixing in here like Druid of the Anima is.
I almost want Magma Spray more than Skeletonize. It is an instant.
They both are.
Well, yeah, but Skeletonize is 5 mana.
I know. That does let us...
More damage. They're both just as easy to cast, like 1 red.
Yeah, I guess you want... I do not want more Obelisk. That's actually the opposite of what I want. Oh boy.
Yo!
Just gonna let that one sit there for a little bit where we don't pick it. This is the bad one.
That's That's really sad. This
Yeah.
puts a couple lands onto the battlefield, and even then, maybe not.
I built a standard deck that used this to grab mole drifters from your deck.
Is Cosley Ambusher not playable?
Well, okay, so
Violence?
Cosley Ambusher needs you to have a forest and a plains to play it for free. And if you do, it's great.
I guess, but like 3-mana 2/3 with reach ain't the worst.
Alright, and then we also have like Carrion Thrash, which is cool. When it dies.
It's pretty cool.
I like the Carrion Thrash just because if we have all these dumb obelisks, it lets us actually curve.
Oh, Sangrite Surge.
I've lost
We're
games to this card.
Definitely going to lose to Sangrite Surge at some point.
Yeah.
And then we have things like Dragon Fodder, Gift of the Gargantuan. So what? Was Alara just like this super deep set?
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Oh, you get your Skeleton Eyes anyway. How about that?
Ooh, or I can pick 4-mana 4/4 flyers.
That is a decent idea as well.
Yeah. So there's this uncommon cycle that Tower Gargoyle is a part of. We actually have 3 parts of it right here: Firefield Ogre, Rock Swarmonk, and Tower Gargoyle.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a Grixis one. I thought that didn't get printed until later.
It did. This is the one that is part of the cycle. It's the.
Okay.
They're all supposed to be a part of. They don't all have the main mechanic. Actually, only Firefield Ogre does, but they're supposed to work very well with it and be power uncommons. And all 5 of them in limited are great, and outside of limited, some of them were more than great.
I think of Sprouting Thrynax in
Yes.
particular. I think it's unreasonable.
Hey.
Covenant of Minds. Okay, I have to backpedal a little bit on being like a super deep set or whatever.
I mean, this pack is pretty dang good. We have the Windrake that is really dang good because it gets another buy.
Windrake with a second bite at the apple.
We have another removal spell here. Filigree Sages was part of some dumb infinites. This is an owl that is a powerful owl. I like it because like 2 power flying with Death Touch.
Yeah. Death Touch.
I feel like we still need to just find. I think we need more fixing because we only have really these obelisks to depend on. And also, we're going to get run down by somebody who's a fast deck, and that's okay. Because somebody is bound to have an actual fast deck.
We're gonna die to that enchantment. That get overrun by goblins. Or Magic the Gathering online will crash.
That could also happen.
And then we will get the auto build.
Yep, okay.
Okay,
All
cool.
Right. Let's see how many picks
So
we lose
I don't
for
know
that.
if that came up on the stream, but the game crashed.
Yeah, let's see how many picks we lose for that.
Well, that's why we picked all that fixing, so that like whatever we end up with,
It's true. We can just play whatever.
we're gonna end up with the like white weenie deck that it auto picks for you, preferentially.
Seriously, the client just crashes. That's not even like my internet fell or no, the client crashed. Cool.
Move desired cards here.
Hmm.
Any card you desire.
Oh, we got Resounding Roar, it looks like, in the last pick,
Sweet.
which is real. I'm gonna highlight the panorama immediately and then take another look through to see if there's anything else I want to pick over a panorama. So the panoramas are really... These are painful. So we have a sort of like a warped landscape terminal moraine for 1 less to activate that can only grab 3 of the 5 basics. No, I want the spell snap out. And Onyx Goblet out. And that's probably it.
Those are not desired cards.
No, those are not desired cards. That one's also not desired. So I'm going to pick the panorama over a couple other useful cards in there. white ramp.
Ha. That's kind of cute.
I literally think it's a cycling fog in this one. This one's just not a powerful pack at all. We're seeing,
I want to say there was a card that's Lightning Talons, but better.
didn't it just have flash? Also, look at...
Wait, what was the one that, like, dealt 3 damage on enter the battlefield?
Galvantic Arc.
Yeah.
And we can make a Death Duelist. Here's some red ramp. This is a cycle in Naya, by the way. They each do things if you have a 5-power creature in ramp. The green one draws a card. The white one gains 2 life and this deals 2 damage. We can pick up like Welkin Guide or a Deft Duelist, but I don't know how.
Yeah, none of them are gonna be great. Maybe we want Dispeller's Capsule.
Is that something we can't answer yet? I got the guide. I think we can get the capsule. Right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The guide's
Vicious
nice.
Shadows are here. Sweet.
Yeah, that's an Elder card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can pick that up for the board. I don't feel too obelisk.
Good old Ethereum Astrolabe.
Or maybe Gift of the Gargantuan.
That's a sort of fixing.
Yeah, it's also a sort of like card advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Gift.
I am a fan of this spell. When it when it works, it blows you out. I'm also going to point out, check out the Cobble Root these days.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
In Cobble Brute -1, like
This is a world of multiple pingers, by the way. There are at least like 2 incredibly powerful pingers in this set, and more. We also have this cycle. They
hey.
search for a specific mythic.
Maybe we'll get Godsire, and then we'll have a plan.
Yeah. We need more of these.
Seriously. But, like, you know, naturally, people are picking them very highly. They're very good.
Right, we know that from cons.
Hello, V-Prisoner. My vacation was nice. Thank you for asking. Another Vein Drinker. Good old Blightning is here, too.
Oh, Blightning! Yeah. So Blightning was a card that I remember when it came out was very highly hyped up. I was not with it. I very much disliked the card. It basically wasn't played for 6 months, and then Bloodbraid Elf came out, and everyone just kind of shoved in my face that Blightning was the best card in the world. And it's like, you don't understand how this works. No. Elvish Visionary seems like a lame pick. Do we want Vein Drinker? It's probably fine. Like 4/4 flyer that is also removal.
I mean, the first one passed by before we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And now I kind of do want something like that, where it's like the one card every card that we draw is the one card that we need.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that's the case. Other than that, it's Magma Spray again.
Don't worry, PokeCap. It absolutely does look like absolute garbage. Hey, here's number 4.
Sweet.
We can't have the full of it. Also, we have like this is how the aggressive decks exist, basically.
Yeah.
In other cards here, Branching Bolt is incredibly powerful. Choose one or both is the reason why this card works. And Jungle Weaver is the cycling creature that's very good.
Dog time.
Hold
on a sec. I'll be back.
All right. But yeah, I definitely want to pick up a little more fixing to be able to make this function. The green is like the color that doesn't seem very here. But the white absolutely is. The green's only here for like gift, resounding roar, and Rock's Warmonk, and only Rock's Warmonk of those is cards I want to play. Woolly Thokdar rules though. This is like 5 mana, like 5 power, 3 mana, constructed plays. Jungle Weaver does not die to a picker. This doesn't die to anything. This thing's huge. Alright, another Resounding Silence, perhaps. Another... Oh, it kind of looks like Resounding Silence is what I want in here. This Battle Mage is decent, but not... It's another pinger, effectively, which there's, like I said, a number of in this set. 1 toughness is not safe. But...
Alright, back from dog time.
Alright. Looking at Resounding Silence over this Battle Mage. The Battle Mage is mostly the, like, -1/-1 ability, which is good.
And
Which, basically, this would be like a pinger, which would be, like, an okay addition, too. Like, maybe that makes it better. We already have a Resounding Silence.
yeah,
So this is
let's try to cast the Battle Mage.
yeah, artifact, creature, human, wizard. That's how this set works. The Esper shard, as it were, is just all... Oh, boy.
Dragon creatures control.
Why didn't this see a reprint? Come on. Why wasn't that in
Like Dragons of Tarkir.
Dragons of Tarkir? Yeah, come on.
It would have been too powerful. I couldn't put it in.
Other bottom tier spells here.
Wow. That is seriously a blank.
Yep. So I'm looking at either Naya Panorama or another copy of Tide Holostrix.
I love that Tortoise Formation is an answer to cards that do not exist.
Right. Creatures you control gain Shroud. For all those things that target all of your creatures at once.
Right. And for whatever reason, if you can't target your own creatures, you can still cast this. But that would only be the case if they already had Shroud.
Yes. Another one. This one is Fact or Fiction, but you get to cast everything off of it.
Do we want that?
I don't think we want that at all. I think maybe I want like Necrogenesis or an Obelisk of Bant. Sigil Blessing is a very powerful pump spell. It's like somewhere between Giant Growth and Overrun. See, so here's the card that's much better at doing exactly what you would want with Tortoise Formation.
Yeah, this is a narrow answer to things that actually do exist.
And it's narrow, but also cheap, and like you get it for free. You draw the card back. Like, so it fixes itself when it does work. Oh, hey, Aethersworn Canonist.
Whoa, the money.
I'm not sure if that's actually any dollars in this.
No, 2/2 flying lifelink. How real is that?
How real is an artifact in the yard? Fairly real. Does 5-color work in the set limited, like, at all? Yeah, it all depends on having more of these than I currently do. It is it's definitely a real draft strategy, but it's not one that panned out. When I saw I saw the Rock's Warmonk and the Crumbling Necropolis and decided to see where it went. I think maybe like Cloudheath Drake is more
Let's
real.
pick Cloudheath Drake then.
That's more real.
It works on its own. I think that's what we need.
Right. We need singularly powerful cards. Ooh.
Salvage Titan.
Yeah, or another Carrion Thrash, so we have the loop. Or even like Jungle Weaver because of the cycling.
I like the idea of looping Carrion Thrash.
Yes,
That sounds excellent.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough artifacts in the yard for this.
So no joke, I have seen constructed decks that are like all artifacts, no lands, and then Salvage Titan. And that's how they get you.
I had a very high love for Minion Reflector. This is a cool card.
Because it worked with Mole Drifter?
Yes, you figured it out. you basically solved for if I like a card. Yeah. Obelisk here, or like, I think Obelisk here is fine.
Sure. It's enough better than, like, God Toucher, which sounds gross.
Yeah. She's just, like, healing this, like, scrape. This exuberant.
He's exuberantly displaying the Wayne Reynolds pose.
Yes. That is... Wow, that is, like, that's on a bird. Like, I ride on my bird and Wayne Reynolds pose at you. Like, come on. Come on. Ethereum Sculptor to errata my obelisks to be the mana cost I want them to be. You are, like, functional. Sadly, the black of the Resounding Cycle is the one that's awful. It's him to Turok for 8 mana on the cycling. Like, it's just so bad. And on the front, it's 3 mana, discard a card at random. Okay, so...
Just what I needed.
So Grixis main is what we are. And then the rest of it is like a kind of like splashing for good cards off color. Is effectively what we're doing. So... Wow, this is... let's try to move everything over here so that I can, like, see it all at once. Okay, so let's take out... So, the cards we want to keep in. So things like this. Esper Battle Mage, the Magma Spray, the Tide Hollow Strixes, the Vein Drinker. I think this deck would have... This basically would have worked a lot better if I had just gone straight Grixis, but it isn't how it happened, so... So I'm going to take out anything that isn't that, and then we're going to put in the things we want to, like, splash into. So, that. This is good, this is good. That. These are all out, and then we'll put the obelisks over here. Okay, so what do we actually want to splash into? Like, Tower Gargoyle seems really easy to splash into and powerful for the white. I like the Carrion Thrash idea. I don't think we're playing this on 3 ever, but the card's still fine on other
Probably
turns.
not, yeah.
Resounding Silence.
I think Hindering Light might be the thing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is to ramp into big old things and then protect them somehow.
There's enough things that this is real. Like this, I mean, it's a counter. It says counter target removal spell, draw a card.
Right, like Rock's Warmonk gets to live, Tower Gargoyle gets to live, something like that. I mean, compare that to the usefulness of Gift of the Gargantuan, say.
And I'm gonna go ahead and sort by CMC. I cut one of the obelisks because I don't want 5 in the deck. I don't want 4 in the deck. That is really bad.
But it shuts down an artifact or a creature.
Welkin Guide, maybe?
It does seem kind of crummy. But hey, maybe it picks up a Rock's Warmonk.
Right, like, there's a lot of things it can just pick up and it's fine. Like, if it picks up Firefield Ogre for 6, or if it picks up, you know, anything like that. Okay. Alright.
Help me suggest a Tron.
For one, it did suggest a legal set of lands. I'm gonna cancel this and I'm gonna sort by color now and try to do some math on this. So this in here, this in here. This can go in the white. So white is color 4 and green is color 5 is what it looks like. And these are neutrals there. Okay, so like we have 6 white, we have 4 green, we have...
Do we have more white than blue?
No.
Okay, thank God.
We have 9 blue.
Okay.
We have... $10 black. And red is actually light. Red is only 5. It looks like it goes green, red, white. It actually is like Esper colors because red is number 2 here. Well, even like they're exactly 5 cards. No, actually, no. White's got higher on here. So, okay. So green is 2. Something like this. I'd like blue to get another land in here. Doesn't need it though. All the duels can grab it, and 3 of the 4 obelisks are blue.
Alright, a deck.
This is a mess! This is a hot mess!
This deck is miserable. It's just atrocious.
This is what happens when... Basically, I wanted both of these. I saw the Crumbling Necropolis and the Rocks Warmonk and wanted them both. What I should have done was picked the first Vein Drinker that came by and dropped this like a hot... like... Because, like, if I had just picked the first Vein
but
Drinker...
then we would not have had a resounding roar... Not resounding... resounding silence. Opposite of roar, really.
Right, but we would have been able to focus more on picking up, like a couple other real removal spells that went by. Actually, there weren't too many others. There was more like there were a couple Magma Sprays and a Skeleton Eyes we didn't pick up.
Skeletize me, Captain.
Yeah. So the way this works now is either we or our opponent just gets to cast have perfect mana forever. Like it's just the name of the game. I remember that. I remember seeing 5-color decks that just go Plains, Island, Forest, Rocks Warmonk, Swamp, Tower Gargoyle, and it's like, okay, that's good. Alright, we're fighting against OG's Joe. Okay. I think this is all right because we have 4 colors with the obelisk. We're off green. So the trick with Alara as a format is that in the full block draft, you end up drafting a lot of all of your fixing in the first couple packs. And then your third pack is just all of your actual cards. Alright, so our opponent's got a Panorama.
Holding up the Magma Spray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't...
Wait, is it seriously 3 to activate the Panoramas? Oh, it's 1.
That's
Okay,
1.
Thank God.
Yeah, no.
Like, wait a minute. It can't just all be worse than Terminal Moraine.
Like, they're bad, but they're not, like, terrible. They're just bad. And here we have the ritual...
Slide into our Coma Veil, I guess.
Ooh, I get to play both here.
That's exciting.
And the Battle Mage has both colors around. I get a pinger.
Man, 2 plays in a turn? Look at this. Look at that. What turn is this? 4? Turn 4?
Turn 4.
Make 2 plays? That's crazy.
Yeah. I like having, like, prevent 2 damage when I have Tide Holostrix out, because, like, basically any 2-power creature can't attack. It's a good place to be. I want to pop the Relic next turn. Is he going to play something large?
Spray target.
Yeah. It's going to do its Mech Warper shenanigans right now. Oh.
Or not.
Or not.
Maybe he'll just put a better spray target down.
Okay.
We're champions.
Do I just want to pass? Like, play the Relic?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to attack with Esper Battle Mage, I don't see the usefulness in main phase Magma Spray.
Right. Like, I'd only be playing around hindering light.
You could also draw a card right away if you wanted, if that makes any different play.
I don't think so. So the Windwright Mage, I'm going to... oh, is this only you? Oh, this is only you. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot worse.
It has been a while. I'm glad I read the card. I'm glad I read the card before making the block. I just assumed the text on cards. Everyone knows this. I'm glad I didn't make the mistake first, though. That's good.
Wow, that's horrible. Why would...
it makes the first part of this not powerful. You are correct, but it makes this card is still just fine because it has the -1/-1 on it.
Okay.
Like, he still can't really make...
I know they're really dedicated to Esper here. That's like really dedicated. Holy crap.
Also, that's a good card. So no attacks. Yep.
Ethereum Sculptor added 2 mana to their pool this turn.
So I'm actually going to wait on using the Relic because I want to catch the Windwright Mage. But yeah, Courier's Capsule is strong. Hey. I can play Necrogenesis?
We have to turn off Magma Spray to do that.
Yeah, we have to turn off Magma Spray and my black mana source, so maybe I just hold it.
It's not going to do anything for a while. That's a fine late game drop. Like,
Yeah.
just play it and activate it a bunch of times.
Let me get in there.
Oh, he's going to sack his Courier's Capsule.
Oh no! And then I would remove it. But he's gonna crack this. This card is nice because it is instant speed on the crack.
All the capsules were pretty good.
Yeah. The black one is Executioner's Capsule.
Death Capsule.
One of the best removal spells in here. So alright, so flying is online for now.
For now.
For now. That's correct. I've hit the first domain. That's right. Yeah.
Ooh. It's not exactly domain, but okay.
Yeah, because I can't cast actual Grixis spells that I draw right now.
The awkward domain.
Oh, damn it. They saw it.
And that would have been savage. The block and shrink. You not allowed.
Absolutely not.
That is powerful.
No. By the way, there's a reason Relic exists. Yo. I'm willing to drop shields for that play. Like, that's a good card.
Say hello to the baseball boys.
All right. Oh. Does this cancel? Crush.
Yeah, you got it, boss.
All right. No, no.
Hey, something for Carrion Thrash to pick up.
Yes, more relevant.
Oh, we see when it dies. Whoops.
Yeah.
Forgot
Like,
about that.
that's the loop. All right, what are they gonna ultimatum me? Oh. Okay.
That's kind of good.
Yeah. Because we have a lot of nothing going on. No!
And now we have even less.
So this is my favorite card in this set, Tide Hollow Sculler. I love Tide Hollow Sculler so much. We're gonna lose Magma Spray pretty obviously. Isn't that bad yet? So it's we get it back when the Tide Hollow Sculler dies. Which just means
when the thing leaves the battlefield, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
It is on leaves. Yeah. Sorry. This is like this is like I sometimes I forget that dies has a meaning in the game.
Mm.
It's O-ring for the card. Yep. Picks
They do have a pretty decent Esper deck here.
Mm-hmm. So this is the point where they're going to make at least some sort of attack at me. Oh no, I thought that they would at least try and attack. Maybe they don't know that this card only protects me.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Carrion Thrash.
How are you gonna do that?
Oh, I don't have black. You're right. Shoot, I said this.
You have the choice of black or red.
Okay, I can play Necrogenesis though. This doesn't. Oh no, I want to keep it.
I know. It's rough. We're standing on this obelisk and we can only fall in one direction.
Right. I'm gonna save the card in my hand as an unknown. I still have like 3 cards in hand too.
Tide Hollow Strix is preventing like 3 or 4 creatures from attacking. It's pretty good.
Without this card, we would be in a really bad position. Effectively, is this the ultimatum?
No.
No. Oh, cycling
thank
resounding
goodness.
wave. Okay.
We are definitely ruined, but
Yeah. All right. Goodbye to my creatures. That's fine.
but then yeah.
At least I can replay this. Yep.
Yeah, crunch. You gonna Necrogenesis your tower?
Oh my god.
The lifelink damage.
Yeah, where are you? Prevent 2 damage caused by Windright Mage with shield.
Yes. We somehow get that choice. Thanks, video game.
Litany.
Oh yeah, you're black.
But I can't cast Tide Hollow Strix and Carrion Thrash in the same turn. Is that fine? Like, I think this on the ground is almost more important.
Yeah, I mean that threatens to eat creatures just as effectively.
Because he only has 1 fire. It's just the Sanctum Gargoyle.
We will prevent him from having other flyers.
Good old Litany. Yep, so 2 in the air. Good. So that play did prevent exactly what I wanted it to.
It's good.
5.
I feel like our opponent has drawn a lot of lands.
Alright, so I finally emptied their graveyard, so when artifacts go in, I don't have to
And I
crack.
grant you, they drew 4 extra cards, and 2 of the lands, as it were, are obelisks. Holy crap, we can actually cast Vein Drinker? That's crazy. The make biggest man plan.
Yeah.
It's here.
They have another counterspell? No? Alright. Sweet. This is really powerful, and, damn! What, are they gonna, like, cycle another resounding wave at end of turn? Don't actually do that.
I mean, those go kind of late because
Yeah.
they're hard to use.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm getting Magma Spray back. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna play out my hand again and pass.
Cool.
So...
Okay, good. Also, leaving the red open.
Yes, leaving the red open is incredibly important here.
Let's read the text on Vein Drinker if you don't mind.
Yeah, deals damage equal to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to Vein Drinker. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Vein Drinker dies, this turn dies. Put a +1/+1 counter on Vein Drinker.
Huh. Why doesn't that say fight?
That's a good question. Why isn't this predated to fight? Like why isn't this
Yeah,
obviously?
like, we've seen them like errata the text of cards. Is it because fighting is simultaneous? But like, that's the
Oh no, Tidal Strix.
that's decent. A game of Necrotals.
Yeah. Goodbye.
But I mean, here's the thing: it effectively is simultaneous. I guess okay. No, if Vein Drinker somehow had the
No,
Wither,
if you kill their card, this doesn't get out on damage. They do this is all one line of text, so toughness isn't
Right.
checked. Like that's how magic works. They're part of the same ability. You don't check state-based effects until after there's a lull.
right? It's all
That's literally the text of Fight. Fight doesn't say it's simultaneous. Fight literally says
right. This, then that. No fear. Okay.
Okay. What is this?
Like in before Vein Drinker wrecks my board. Oh, they're making it so that you have to make kind of a shitty block with Vein Drinker. Because no, if you want to both block and fight, then they're gonna get extra damage out of it. You know?
Sort of.
Oh wait, it gets bigger,
It
doesn't
gets
it?
bigger.
Okay, never mind.
Also, I'm not going to even bother, fighting. Yeah. I'm just going to make these blocks. The Magma Spray can stay like that for now. I'll get it back soon. And I'm going to wait to see what their trick is. What is their trick? Because if they just let this happen, I'm fine. And then I can interrupt whatever their trick is with the fight from Vein Drinker. Oh, okay. If she gains Wither. That's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Damage in the form of eating loaves of bread.
Damage in the form of drinking bowls of soup. Are we good? Can I have this?
Okay. I know exactly this situation from in life magic. Your opponent does some kind of like stupid thing, and they don't realize it's stupid until after you make the block, and then you stare at them, and they pretend that they have something to do for the longest time, but they don't. They just feel bad. Oh, geez, Joe, you feel bad. I get it, but it's time to move on. You got a Necrotol, got your Blister Beetle to work. Oh, they're actually casting.
They're cycling a resounding wave.
Okay, I presume bouncing our two largest guys, but
I'm gonna fight in response. There's a reason I did it this direction, so we're gonna fight the Tide Hollow Sculler.
pay a red. Okay. Oh man, the sudden flying. They don't get any life. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Also, the flying is gone too. Like that's not sticking around. We have ways of fixing that.
I think we get a token out of the deal.
We do. End of turn, I'm getting a couple tokens out of this deal.
Sweet. Wait, a couple? I thought it was 2 to activate.
Oh, is it 2? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm getting a couple tokens out of the deal soon. Sorry, I'm getting.
Yeah.
Scavenging Ooze was the card I was thinking of.
Sweet.
I love how my graveyard control is actually the most powerful thing I have in this match.
You thought it was about 5 color, but you were wrong. The temerity. I'm at 13, whatever. Body check you with my sacro. No problem.
I love it.
They have outdrawn us by 1,000,000 cards. This is crazy.
Oh, they just bone splinters immediately. Goodbye, Vein Drinker.
Yeah, I don't think we could do anything clever about that. That's kind of cool because they have to sack a. Oh, they sack the tiny man.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's fine. So, yeah, and I didn't want to instantly do the Esper Battle Mage -1 because I wanted to be able to block the Windright Mage and have that option available. Yeah, we can't do anything silly about that, but we can get it back. And now his attacks are bad? Yep, his attacks are bad. So let's go ahead and eat the Tide Hollow Sculler.
Thank you, Specker. I thought it was pretty good myself. Oh man, as if his attacks weren't bad enough to begin with.
Yeah.
Little did you know, we have garbage in our deck.
I want to play Firefield Ogre here. Because again, I only get one of these a turn. Like this is the one that gets real, it can actually attack. And put a clock on my opponent. Because attacking with the Saplings does nothing when Windright Mage is around.
Right. I think at this point we just need to stop anything truly abominable out of our. Okay.
Our opponent has given up hope. I'm very happy about being able to destroy hope. Dispeller's Capsule, yes.
Oh man, Thrun the Last TR0II has put the line our skills. Yep. Should have killed the 1/1 on our turn and not been able to block anything. And
yeah, as I said, if I held back on that because it held back the Windright Mage, and also it didn't matter. But let's go ahead and bring in Dispeller's Capsule, and let's go ahead and... I don't think anything else really matters here. What do we want out?
Angel Song is probably the most marginal thing. Hindering Light had a bunch of targets. Tidal Strix was the hero of the game. Like, let us get to the late game where our big cards could take over. Necrogenesis even played a role. Like, was there anything? Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that because like everything else, like Angel Song is basically going to be a for cycling, for consistency, and also for like stopping an Alpha Strike. This seems.
I'm going to address a concern from the zoo. Abyss Hunted says the surrender seems premature. It's not premature if they know they don't have anything else in their deck.
Yeah, like especially because it was basically in response to me playing the Firefield Ogre.
Right, there's no dragon remaining. So somehow what we played was something that they couldn't deal with anymore with like all the cards in their deck. So I think they're really trying to run us down and like use...
We're playing against a very grindy opponent.
Resounding Wave to just lift your board and get out of the way. Oh, the 41 card special, eh?
Yep. They have to...
Either that or Joe forgot to remove a card from their deck.
This is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Because I can search up the Tide Hollow Strix mana, and I also have the Relic to stop like a lot of their junk. Heck, I have Necrogenesis. Not a huge fan of having both because they fill the same purpose, but this is okay.
Yeah. Relic also draws you a card. I guess that's...
Yeah. I didn't pop it at all last game because I wanted the ability basically all of the game. So let's lead with Swamp in case we do top deck an island, which would be nice. That'd be the best because then I can use Panorama.
It's Crumbling Necropolis on top. So.
I would take that too because that means I could ban Panorama for a green. Like, would love to be able to ban Panorama for not blue here, but that's what we have to do. So, and that's on me for just not playing Relic on one. Whatever.
I have a feeling there will be other opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, on 3 it's going to be a fine play, and it acts... Alright, let's go ahead and grab our land. Island.
No Tide Hollow Scholar, eh?
No, Obelisk is next turn. We want the Strix now.
Alright, hope they don't have Blister Beetle. And even if they do, it's like, okay, that's a fair cop.
Yeah. Nah, this should have been in play 2 turns ago. It didn't have any effect by missing that out, but it should have been in play 2 turns ago. No blue.
Go to town! Time to ride you down with our little fire.
Owls are here!
Don't you wish you had an island like me? The cool kid?
He's gonna play a Sanctum Gargoyle to block.
Are we just, like, okay with that block?
Yeah. So...
Man, this is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. We might have Vein Drinker next turn. Yeah, if he makes that block, I'm completely fine with it. Because you can't loop him.
Right, he didn't get any value out of him to begin with. Cast our Necrogenesis.
I love my like graveyard hate garbage. This is so good. So if he goes for another Sanctum Gargoyle, I just remove it now. Welkin Guy. Oh my goodness. Alright.
Welkin Guy.
Sweet. Welkin Guy is going to be kind enough to... Oh, come on. All right.
Fade Trigger, no activation.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a 4/4 flyer, and that'll be just fine. I don't want to make that attack because I don't want to put another card in their grave. There's the blue. Okay.
Ooh, they went to their sideboard and got big.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay, I'd like to draw red. Okay. I think I'm okay popping Relic after I use Necrogenesis for 2 tokens. Because as long as I have Necrogenesis up, I think I'm okay.
Is there anything that we need to remove from his yard that ain't a creature?
Artifacts specifically for other Sanctum Gargoyles, but that would be a hell of a deck that contains multiple of them. And then we remove our own because we're going to be cracking Relic. Okay. That's good. That's a card I kind of want. So now we're going to be at a standstill until I draw red mana.
Right.
Attacking there is a bad plan. He double blocks and just gets the kill on Vein Drinker. All too easy.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to trade off both of them.
Yep. Okay, Courier's Capsule, but he only has single blue, so good times.
More Carrion Thrash, just what I want.
Yeah.
Get to threaten the loop, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we just need to find red.
Does that mean you can start sending with the Tidal Scholar? I'm sorry, Scholar. Strix.
I probably can start sending because just because they probably don't want to be trading here.
Like, the upshot is they take 2 damage a turn. If they do block, then we can start sending with Vein Drinker.
Right, that's more is the point. Also, 2 more creatures in the yard.
Right. So, just in case they do take us up on the trade deal, and for some reason have an answer to Vein Drinker that they've just drawn with, like, Bone Shards or something. So they have to sacrifice a 5-mana creature for their Bone Splinters?
Yeah. Looking good for us.
That'd be pretty cool.
Cycle that. And then is just unearthing that now worth it?
You deal 3 damage to our opponent.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say I don't like that plan.
Save it for if it's more relevant later.
Yeah, I want to get more value out of it.
I don't think
It seems a little hasty to do that right away, you know? Like what is the difference between him at 14 and him at 11?
Right.
Is there a fireball in the format?
Yes.
So I remember Banefire.
Banefire's in the next
second
set.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Conflux.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, is there an actual fireball? Because in Alara Reborn, there's Lavalanche. There's Banefire in Conflux.
I don't think it is the choice of unearth it or make a 1/1 with it. I think we always want to unearth it, but I don't think we want to do that like immediately.
Okay, here's this now. So the thing, because I cracked my relic, I can't remove Courier's Capsule. I'm happy to have that.
Bone splinters me now.
Yeah. Well, let's just keep attacking with the Strix. Alright. Sadly, I think he finally read this card.
Ha.
I know. I'm sad too. Okay, so here's an important thing. Cycling of a card is not casting a spell.
Yeah. They just got to 8 too.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Yeah,
very...
no,
yeah.
here it comes.
It's very, very important to note this. Of course, I can just replay, so I'm going to prevent the next 2 damage dealt to me. Because this is not a... This is a triggered ability off of when you cycle it, so...
Yeah. Stifleable, not counterable.
Yep, so that's fine. I'm surprised at the main phase on that. Like, their attack doesn't look good. At all. Yeah, they realize it. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the Welkin Guide.
Do we want to eat the Strix too?
We might be able to recur it.
Hmm.
And it is the more interesting of the recurring targets. Okay, luckily I get to leave up Hindering Light. I'm happy about that. So yeah, like, I don't really understand the resounding there. That didn't really cut me back too far.
They have 7 cards in hand.
I
You gotta
know.
have something.
I know. It's kind of nuts. I'm a bit scared of the fact that they have 7 literal cards. I mean, you could play Stifle, or that card that exists that was literally just spoiled a day ago. Summary Dismissal. Okay, Ethereum Sculptor.
Noticing that our opponent has like no 1 toughness guy.
Yeah, but luckily the prevent 2 damage on this was like the most useful part of it. Also, I'm happy to see my opponent just playing cards out of their hand that aren't relevant. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty good. How many red sources did we include?
Enough.
Yes!
So do I want to smack down something right now?
Let's see. It's awkward because, like, the attack looks a little transparent. Oh, sorry. Vein Drinker is active.
Yeah.
That sounds just peachy.
Like, I'm worried about, like, ways around it.
Okay, what are the ways around it? Bouncing it?
Bouncing it. I mean, we're in black, so, like, -X spells, but I'm just gonna...
Bouncing it, bouncing one of their creatures.
That doesn't
If you're...
function.
Right.
I guess
Bouncing it doesn't function, but bouncing their own creature kind of does, and we can't hold up both it and Magma Spray.
Do I just pass them? Like, and do it end step?
It allows them to draw an additional card, but I think it's more correct.
It also stops them for a combat. Like, if I tap out and do that, they can attack back with Windright Mage. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at 20, but...
We first picked a Rockswar Monk that we are playing.
Yes, and we can cast if I do draw it. Okay. Like, the only thing I'd be worried about is, like, some sort of pump spell, but they don't have green, and this is the days before pump spells were in those colors, you know?
Wait, yeah. Alright, what's combat look like, bud?
Is this the turn where he just turns things sideways because he knows he's under Vein Drinker pressure, or...?
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna eat the Ethereum Sculptor first. Let's see what your response is. Is it cycle that back at me again? It's cycle around the resounding wave at me to waste my time. Alright. I can't counter that.
Does LKI apply here, or does it not deal its damage?
I don't think it shouldn't deal its damage. Like, there's nothing there to deal damage. That'd be cool if it did, but... Yeah, there's just nothing there.
Necropolis is a good pickup.
I don't like this. I smell a counterspell.
I mean, what can we do about that?
Right. I smell cancel. We'll just pick it back up with Carrion Thrash. That's fine.
Are we going to need to Magma Spray something?
So I can Magma Spray the Windray Mage? I think I want the Esper Battle Mage down first.
Okay.
I'm at 20. I can take 5. Because I want the Esper Battle Mage to, like, kind of, like, stall the bleeding. Because this can prevent 2 damage, and then I can just kill the Windray Mage. Or not. Yeah, this is just going to be Carrion Thrashes on the ground now.
Oh man, we're never going to get a chance at Hindering Light again.
No.
The jig is up.
Yeah, so 5 in the air. That's fine. Dispeller's Capsule. Goodbye, Esper Battle Mage. Again, not even hindering light. Hi.
Huh.
That's an overrun.
Little did you know. I was an overrun deck the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep. Bringing you a flashback draft with a thrashback. Flashitos are real. Okay. That sort of makes sense. Here's the moment of truth. Have we decided that we are so into the overrun plan that we're going to hold up the kill spell?
No. I think I want a -4/-4 the Cloud Heath Drake. Kill the Drake, and then, like, just deal with the fact that I'm bleeding too, which is fine. The overrun plan is cool. I don't think it's good here.
We'll keep it in mind for a later game.
I'm just gonna beat down with Carrion Thrash. I mean, this is a 4/4.
Thrash.
Ah.
Savior of the universe. Like, he has what you're supposed to do with him right in the name.
Mm-hmm.
You thrash.
Okay, he's fetching so that he stops drawing lands because he has literally 10 plus 1 in the yard, and then he drew another because this is Magic the Gathering, everybody.
Yes. So, like, the last thing we want him to draw is Kiss of the Amisha.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow. Did you forget that this was in our hand? That thing makes him concede. We have to cast it.
Yeah! I know. It's good. So, the beatdown. And then get our opponent to concede.
Yeah!
I won't land past the turn. Mm-hmm. Sure is lifelink around here. Nice timing, bud.
Buddy. I know you're supposed to play your creatures like second and all that, but do we have the Viscera Dragger in the yard this game? Or
Yes,
is
it's this game.
Oh, okay. One card in hand. 3 minutes to live. Let's ride.
Fog me. Okay.
Oh, the surprise.
Fog me! If you untapped, you aren't fogging. Well, actually, you could be. But yeah, like, Sigiled Paladin is incredibly good. Like...
Like, so we should be at 8 and they should be at 9, basically.
Yes.
Okay, that one's free.
Mm-hmm. I left myself a single Vein Drinker or a single Necrogenesis activation in case something went wrong here. And if I lose by 1 point, I mean, I don't think that that's actually going to occur, because for them to kill, like, the 4/4s means I get Vein Drinker back. That was the other part of this, was in case they did, like, blocks in that manner, I could get Vein Drinker back, recast it immediately, and then this game is back in my, you know. And this should be the block in the Firefield Ogre, right? And they take not enough to kill them because Windwright Mage's lifelink. They'll go to 3 here. But they'll die next turn because I'm going to get like 4 more Saprolings. Also, I can unearth my Firefield Ogre again. Or not again, but I can unearth again, comma, the Firefield Ogre as the... There's a Holy Day unbanned, yeah. Well, technically it's a Naya card. I think. No, maybe it is a banned card. I don't know.
Every day is a holy day on band. Hooray!
Yay! I put my opponent in the tank.
Okay, first strike.
Yep.
And then strike damage happens.
So they go to
Good.
3. So the extra sapling wasn't enough. Like, again, the lifelink was really the reason I assumed that wasn't going to happen. Exile the unearthed creature. Anyway, I get to eat these 3 for 3 more saplings and then crush my opponent. This was game 2, round 1. Which...
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. They can't gin up 5 damage in those colors, so...
Alright. Not even that, but, like, I can instant speed blockers on the ground. So they have to gin up 7 in the air. This went well. Like, this worked.
Yeah.
Our
Well, we could cast our spells.
and our spells were powerful, you know? Vein Drink... I feel bad about passing the first Vein Drinker. That's maybe mine.
Yeah.
That might have...
That seems wrong at this point.
I'd sort of forgotten how powerful the card was, and more is the point, I still was way attached to that Rox Warmonk. I have fond memories of Rox Warmonk being this powerful thing.
I mean, it could still be this powerful thing.
Yeah,
And we could still cast it.
we can.
We should have 2 Vein Drinkers in our deck.
That's okay. With the Thrash, it's like we have 3. Kind of wish we had Cedrus in our deck. Then I could unearth the Vein Drinker.
Another Vein Drinker fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Haste.
Seriously though, did they just forget I had Hindering Lightning planned, or like what was the deal there?
I'll bet it was. Like, we saw another small mistake from our opponent in not playing the Exalted guy first.
Yeah.
So I can easily imagine making a similar, like, small mistake. Like, oh, yep, forgot about that.
Yep.
Or, like, not writing it down or whatever. Or maybe not understanding what the card does.
Having not played the...
Right? Because that was an aura, too.
Yes.
It's like, oh, well, you know, this is an aura.
Aura.
It's not a spell.
We're fighting Rhino Bat.
It's my favorite Transformer
Yeah.
from Beast Wars.
It was definitely for Beast Wars.
Rhino Bat. It's when they started combining animals.
I'm okay with this. Ain't the greatest.
Grixis, sort of access to black mana. Maybe.
Like, do I want to crack the panorama?
I think we can hold off cracking the panorama until we see what we really want.
Well, I kind of want to crack it because... So this is for Bant, it's Forest Plains Island, and we have access to all 3 of those here. So maybe I want to grab, like, Forest off it to raise my chances of drawing a live land for... to draw red, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Is Angel Song good? Enough.
Not really.
I'd say, like, this is... of all the fogs, I like this one the most because it has cycling. So if you don't need a fog, you can fix that.
Oh!
Oh, okay. All right.
Good thing we're playing black creatures until the end of time.
Yeah, basically. So let's go ahead and grab Forest, because that's the one we have least access to and need...
Hey, sweet.
I'm just going to play a Strix, because that means next turn I can play Obelisk and a second Strix. What does our deck have going for it? 5 color? Oh boy, our opponent is probably more than 3 colors. This isn't a combination you generally play. Wait.
Thinking.
Looking at the Executioner's Capsule.
Hey, wait a minute. Little did you know, some of the cards in my hand were trash.
Discard the land. I'm gonna discard the land.
What are Strix play? Guess we can still have that play if you want.
Yeah. I want to get one of these obelisks down. So this I can still do the Strix then. But yeah, so, okay. One thing they might have, and I say this based on nothing, based on just these. So I talked about how Tidehall Scholar is my favorite. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need the bant-colored obelisk.
Clearly.
Look, this is all we have. If my opponent is just going to cast a Blightning at me, I don't care. I'll have no hand. But one of my other favorite cards is the card I fondly refer to as the Brick House, the Bull Ceradon. Red, white, and 4 for a 5/5 haste vigilance.
Oh boy. Look what we did to this draft table.
Yep.
And now to draw mana sources for the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because we have them on a 4-turn clock. Their capsule doesn't do anything. Okay, they have their own domain, but they have a hand. The Mastodon. Okay. I have them dead next turn. Stop me. It is on you to stop this. Like, this is actually a black creature. So.
Executioner's Capsule is absolutely nothing.
Take 5.
Cool. The Blightning softened us up.
Yeah.
Mastodon goes in for the kill.
Now, do they have a way of stopping me? Likely, yes. Oh no.
Wait, they cycled the Jungle Wheel. Oh no.
That's a dig. They're also a turn-off casting that.
Man, that's got to be harsh.
Do they have their own Strix? Nope. They're gone.
We win! Woo! Thanks for showing us the cards.
So our opponent is, looks like they're Jund base from this. Come on. Ambusher. Okay. There was still one card that could have saved them.
Oh my god.
If they played the Ambusher. Alright, let's begin sideboarding. What are my creatures that die to that capsule? Okay, there's enough that it's not like something I can board out. Like, because it's Cloud Heath Drake, Welkin Guide, Esper Battle Mage, and Rock Swarmonk. I don't want to board all 4 of those out.
Oh, you don't want to board out Rock's Warmonk at all.
No. Well, heck, I don't actually want to board out, like, Cloud Heath Drake or Battle Mage either. Like, Welkin Guide I'm fine with, but these two
What
cards...
creatures did he actually... He played Mastodon and Dragscape Zombie.
Yes. The Ambusher you can play for free if you control a forest and a plains. It's a 2/3 with reach. You can play at instant speed for free if you're being attacked.
Sometimes free 2/3s. Ambushing from the skies.
I think this card's a little too bad.
I mean, that's what do you call it? Anti-Blightning tech. Yeah, just put more unearth cards in our deck.
Yeah, Blightning this. It was a card we considered picking in past.
Like what, Coma Veil maybe?
I'm just gonna run it back.
Okay.
I don't. Coma Veil maybe.
Well,
I see 4 colors and a couple castable real spells. We have to consider that we might lose a couple cards to Blightning, but that's what, like, losing Magma Spray is for. They chose to play second. Which, this is one of the few formats I've seen that more commonly. Like, people choosing to play second. They're also playing a 41-card deck.
there's a lot of that going around. Then another useless capsule that we cannot Hindering Light.
Now, something about Hindering Light. Targets you.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm actually going to pass on 3 here.
On 3, yeah, instead of the obelisk.
Yes. Mostly because, like, accelerating the Cloud Heath Drake is not very effective with this on the table. Is he cycling the Jungle Weaver? That's a good sign, because Jungle Weaver is an extremely... This is the best of the, like, cycling creatures. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they got their own obelisk.
Alright, so it turns out we would have been fine. And now we get to play the obelisk anyway.
Yeah, and keep up the defenses.
That is A-okay.
So, like, the trick here is that countering Blightning with Hindering Light is so effective. That is a lot of damage we just avoid. Like, and card advantage in our favor. Like, they lose a card, we gain a card, rather than us losing 2. Like, the losing 2 isn't terrible for us, because we lose, like, Magma Spray, which is uncastable to us. And, like, Arcane Sanctum, which doesn't have real effect for us on our mana base. Though it does give us double black, which was real. Jund Battle Mage. This one's pretty dang strong. Makes 1/1s for free. No, not for free, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. Draw a red source. Yeah! So here's the minor amount of tech that I can add now that we're killing his creature before it makes an army.
Mm-hmm.
I like to leave my obelisks up because people forget which colors they can add.
That's fair.
So it like kind of masks what you're actually
leaving up instead of leaving up this, leave up obelisk and plains or something like that.
It's like, oh, he can't have a counter spell on that. Let me Blightning this nerd. He's not gonna draw his Blightnings, is he?
That's fine, because this is still anti-removal spells that aren't named Executioner's Capsules.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just please stop.
Felt like I was gonna blow my load. Sadly, that's the only one that we have. So.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I play the Drake to buy out this capsule. Like, I have to do it sooner or later, right?
Right. It's not like we can really leave up a resounding silence effectively here, and holding on to that until way, way later is better anyway.
Yep.
Like, we basically have it. Maybe you'll think it says non-black, non-artifact.
Yeah. Thank God for resounding silence.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my God. Okay, so a bit of a story time. The PTQ that I won to qualify for Pro Tour Kyoto was Shards of Alara sealed, and I opened a Broodmate Dragon, and that was basically the reason that I went like undefeated in Swiss with that deck. It was unreasonable. Let's play a red and we'll pass. We can resounding silence it though.
Lightning plus Broodmate Dragon A.
Mm-hmm.
Playing against a constructed deck. Sheesh.
I'm not playing lands. I didn't play lands there for two reasons. One, holding 3 cards in hand with Domain up like this makes my opponent think, oh god, he has way too many tricks. Two, if he Blightning me and made me discard that Resounding Silence, I would feel like the world's biggest fool. Instead, I'm going to 1-card answer a Broodmate Dragon.
Like 0-card answer.
Yeah, 0-card answer. This is by the way, I think this is number 1 as far as limited rares, not mythics, go. 8 power flyers. This was a constructed card.
I remember testing Jund was the deck to beat in the tournament that I went to in 2010. You don't have an answer. Just cap.
Tortoise formation. Tortoise formation it. Give me the tortoises. Show me the tortoise formation.
There's no way.
Give me the tortoise formation. Target player discards 2 cards. So they
spite much.
If I didn't hold these back, they could have gotten me on that, but they are. This is spite me. Luckily, it's some lands I've been sandbagging. Nice charm, by the way. This is a powerful charm. Anyway, let's get those out of here and draw myself a replacement card. Nice.
Hey, it's even a black creature.
Yeah.
Woo! And the hits keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
So this is him cracking the capsule 100% of the time.
Yeah. Do I cycle the Dragger?
Searching for what?
Carrion Thrash, mostly.
I know, but like the Viscera Dragger is a creature right now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked the question. Because it is relevant on this board.
Yeah, it does materially add to the clock. Sure, it gets blocked by like everything in the world, but still.
Good old Esper Charm. I love that we got them to Esper Charm us.
Right, instead of drawing 2. Really?
2 cards in hand, 8 mana up. I just got my opponent with this trick. I need to know what theirs is. It's probably Resounding Thunder.
Well, okay. You win. You had the read.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. You can't not pull the trigger, especially after leaving 8 up, like with that many cards in hand. Because if I would have done it with just the Dragger, he doesn't pull the trigger. He just takes 3 and waits for me to commit. You have another one?
Well, I'm willing to attack with just Viscera Dragger.
Yeah.
I know it looks lame because like attacking for 5 is a 4-turn clock.
I don't know if he actually... I don't think he actually has it again this time, but that's fine. Doesn't that mean attacking with the Dragger would have been good? I don't think he pulls the trigger on it. I needed to attack with enough of a threat, like, to make him pull the trigger.
No, I think I understand what Bionol is saying. Like they don't cast it, and they don't cast any spells on the turn at all.
Oh, like forcing them. Well, see there, because my read would have been like, yeah, I attack with the like. I'm not going to keep doing that, I guess, is the thought process. Like, I was just going to test the waters one time, and if they passed on it, then I would have attacked all out on the following turn, especially with the draw of Tide Hollow Strikes. Alright, let's...
Aha, Lightning will never be good against me again. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about how Jund was the deck to beat, and there were games where I would actually like cast Emrakul with my good god, with my stupid got rid of the flyer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess this is not a relevant body to their creatures.
Yeah, I think why Death Touch
Mm-hmm.
means they don't have Blister Beetle in the deck.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they would have done that if they did.
The hell have they got now?
And there were draws against Jund where I would ramp out my Emrakul and everything, and then I couldn't attack because they would like sacrifice 6 lands, take the 15 on the chin, and then attack back for lethal. It'd be like, oh, whoops.
Whoops. Was he like trying to Naya Charm?
I don't even remember what that one does.
Making sure the modes are what I think they are on it. It's just deal 3 damage, right? Yeah, deal 3 damage. It's deal 3 damage regrowth or tap. It's a fake cryptic command. If he has it, he should pick up Resounding Thunder, untap, and then cycle Resounding Thunder. What are the good aggro decks in this format? Exalted decks and some of the faster black-based decks. There's like the red-black 3-1 with trample. Yeah, now I try to pick up the Resounding Thunder. Yep.
Damn.
I'm just gonna, like... It sucks because at this point I actually don't have any choices that allow me to stop this, but I can still have the read. And then he's gonna kill the Dragger because that's a thing in the way. And then you can attack for 5 unimpeded.
And another Monosaurus.
We're playing 21 Monosauruses in our deck, so I'm not surprised. We're learning more about our opponent's deck. It's here.
We lose.
It's time. It's here. That thing we said at the beginning of this draft. How... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and you can see the game. I can't not do that. I feel good. I made as many correct calls as I could in that game, so I don't feel like that's anything we need to fix. God, is this a game where like I want Resounding Scream? Or do I want that Coma Veil like you said?
Yeah, like what happens if we do take out every last target for, well, maybe not Rox Warmonk, but...
Right, like... Well, the thing is, the other 3 are really good. Esper Battle Mage is a good way to stop, like, the token generation and, like, damage prevention. Rox Warmonk is quite obvious in what it does. And
see, I don't think that Esper Battle Mage does all that much. It's castable early, which is cool, but... Like, this guy really wants to get to the end game and then have bigger things than us, and he has really good tools to do it.
I can't believe I'm boarding in Resounding Scream. And, like... Undead Leoto.
Instead of like Cloud Heath Drake.
Yeah. No, I already cut a welcome guide for that. Cloud Heath Drake, I think, is powerful enough that I'm willing to keep it. Like, I don't... For one, like, what? Coma Veil?
I think so.
And then Rox Warmonk's the only target for the... Sure.
For the capsule in the entire deck. Like, we get to pre-shut off one of his cards. It's like making him draw a blank without him realizing it. I like seeing Resounding Silence.
Okay, so we've also been missing one of the other parts of this format. We haven't seen it on either side. You've seen the mana in this format, right? Like, how we're playing, how our opponent's playing?
Yep.
Nobody's mulliganed to Oblivion yet.
That's crazy.
Like, usually that happens.
Well, I want to live to see it. So
Let's keep going.
let us defeat the Rhino Bat. Fake Transformer. Get out of here.
Alright, whatever. We get the Tide Hollow Strix beatdown, which we've proven is a good strategy against this player.
Yeah, like if only we had a second one.
Right. I'm gonna make us look desperate.
No, I need my colors. Well, it factually did put us on a color.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I can basically ignore Blightning by discarding 2 islands. Why is Owl an artifact? It's part of the Esper Shard.
Yep.
And Esper was just full of... Oh boy. Okay.
Man. Picture removal, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Little did we know we needed an answer to enchantments the entire time.
Yeah, so each of the 5 shards has their own little thing, and, okay. The shard that's white, blue, black is just all of their creatures are artifacts. So we have Artifact Owl.
Yep, he's got the stuff in his wings.
Mm-hmm. Look at the little filigree wings. Could use a top deck. Our opponent's off black, so that's nice. Okay, they also missed a land drop on turn 4, so...
Okay.
I'm almost at the point where I want to draw my echo, my discard, and here's a, yeah, okay. I just take this out.
It's like 1-for-1 resounding silence it.
Yeah.
Gains first strike? I don't see us getting that on the board. Do you think you're going to draw the green, I guess?
Like, I could take 5 and see if I'm going to draw the green. Like, I could take 1 hit from this. Okay.
Now we really want to draw the green. See, you said that one first, so that's what got summoned.
Yeah. It's fine. We even have the mana for it. It'll be next turn. Problem is our opponent's on mana for Broodmate. So this is the mana base I want to have, you know, which is what we have. We kind of have the same thing going on. We're just missing a color at the moment, which is going to kind of be our downfall. If they cast a Broodmate here, that'd be bad. Blightning would be fine. I just discard 2 lands and don't care. And I literally don't give a crap about that card.
Passed.
You know I don't
Oh
have
my
green
God.
mana, right?
No, they don't, because you have tri-tapping lands. They... Crap.
Perfect.
That's one of the ways we could win. It's random, dude. Don't try picking.
Yeah, just let it happen. This is a card-enchanted spell. I am casting value. Yeah, I showed the Resounding Silence in the last game, so now they're afraid of it.
I really want to draw a forest off the resounding screen.
Same. I also want to discard, like, Broodmate or some drunk. Well, they would have cast Broodmate. Capsule in their own Resounding Silence.
Cool.
Okay, we can't cast that Obelisk because that brings us off 8 mana, and as we've seen, 8 mana is enough to make our opponent not attack, so... We just pass.
Our mountain is very forest looking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that did.
Oh, ask for charm to restock.
And
Not to make me discard, huh?
got us. Still just sending with the 1. See, they have the sick read on our hand, but they can't read our board.
Yeah. So now this is castable. Yeah, they've got a really good read. It's just factually incorrect, you know? Leaving up 8 mana.
They're spending so much effort, like, trying to figure out what's in your hand that they don't see what's right in front of them.
I've got to do it though, right?
Yeah, this is kind of a problem. Okay, you got me. We had it.
Also, I don't have green.
Had it the entire time.
Blightning me.
Please, Blightnings. Oh my god.
Just freaking throw a Blightning in my head. Oh, don't cast Broodmate Dragon.
I think we lose.
I told you not to do that. Yeah, our opponent has some pretty good cards, and we're not able to answer them.
Alright, cool. We got crushed by our greedy mana base.
I don't even know if that was it. Like, I think we lost this regardless of our mana base. Like, say I did have the cycle on this, like, he actually had the read. It didn't do anything. It would have had Carry and Thrash in play. Is the only difference. Alright, does he still have the read that I have a Resounding Silence? Just attack with 1. It's fine. Yeah, okay. You got me, boss. Let me tell you, I'm very happy with this draft.
Defeated by a Transformer. The Bit Burner. Oh, you wanted green.
You wanted green mana, did you? Hmm. Oh, that was good.
I feel like I learned a lot.
So what'd you learn?
I learned that the resounding spells can actually be cycled. I didn't really know that.
Yeah, that it's sort of a side effect of the format. Like, the format's very slow.
I learned that there are just a ton of playable things.
Yeah, it's a pretty good set. It has its dregs. They're pretty bad dregs when we're talking about, like,
right. But I think I think that's what they did with, like, if we talk about the power of each individual card and, like, the total cost of that power across the set.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a couple of key cards got way reduced in power so that everything else could be, like, a little better. So we have, like, 4 total cards that are just garbage.
Yeah, the shells. I don't have it here, but the tortoise.
Tortoise Formation. Tortoise Formation is a baffling card.
I don't know what it's. What, is it supposed to counter a resounding spell? Is that it? Is that what this is supposed to do? I own 19 copies of this card. Let me tell you how many last picks this was. Yeah, is this supposed to counter a resounding spell? Like,
I mean, considering what, only 2 of them double target, that seems a little narrow even for that.
right? Like,
I mean, yes, I grant you, maybe they thought they needed an answer to things that weren't spells. But even still, this could, like, painlessly say, draw a card on it, and it would still be garbage.
I mean, you know, when we look at here we go. Like, this is 2 mana, has basically the same effect, and is also kind of garbage. Like, if we're looking for a good version of this effect, like, we're going all the way here.
Yeah.
So, if you want to counter the guy with 20 pingers, 1 turn of being alive on pingers by casting 4 mana spell ain't gonna really do it. Yeah. Anyway, that's shards though. So,
Want to go again?
yeah, let's go again. Are you?
Yeah.
You got time to go again?
I am ready.
All right.
Well, I'm mostly ready. Let me freshen up.
Yeah. Then let me bring down the stream for a moment. So I can clip the videos. So
Yeah.
we'll be back in a couple minutes with another draft. So be back soon.